What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about the bare necessities that you need for deer hunting if you are close to the truck or close to home, in order to keep from weighing yourself down with a bunch of unnecessary stuff. So stick around and I'll show you what I got and what I run with. So I've mentioned in some other videos that I'm pretty minimalistic whenever it comes to my approach on gear and the things that you need versus don't need. I tend to err more on the side of know more, carry less, and only carry what you ultimately need based off of every situation that you have ever come across or come up against, and chip away at that and figure out what those bare necessities look like for you, because the stuff that I've done and experienced may not look the same as the stuff that you've done and experienced. What I'm going to show you here is literally if I am within pretty close proximity to the truck, or just hunting on the back of the farm, not have to break an animal down and pack out. Very, very low risk probability for issues, sort of a thing. What I'm getting ready to show you is what I carry. So starting with, of course, my bow. You guys have seen the bow that I'm going to be using this season. The Timber Ridge Recurve by Fleetwood, my budget bow build, 47.5 pounds at 29 inches. Optics, I run Vortex Diamondbacks. I'm pretty sure these are 10 by 50s, a little bit bigger set of binos. I like this size. I really love these binos. Big Vortex fan in general. I really believe in those guys over there and the products that they're making and their mission. These have been everywhere with me, and I really love them a lot. It's going to be quite a while before I end up getting anything different. This is just the Vortex glass pack, spray painted it to throw some little other color in there because I use this turkey hunting as well. Got some smoke in a bottle here that I run on the side of the pouch, if I can get it out. This is more so of the thing that I do just based off a habit. I get up in the tree and give the wind a quick flick just to make sure, just to see what's going on right at my immediate spot. But I'll show you what I ultimately plan on using this year. They are tethered to the harness. Very important. If you guys aren't tethering your binos, you need to be if you're hunting out of a tree stand. Even though you'd think you would learn pretty quickly, I have had more than a handful of times now that I was up in my tree and was leaning over to look at something or check something, and my binos go bloop and jerk against my lanyard, and if I didn't have a lanyard, they would have went all the way to the ground. So definitely tether your binos in your harness if you're using a harness like this. But those are my Vortex binos. Moving on from there, straight to the pack itself. I've kind of bounced all over the place on packs, and really what I end up with now, I think, is about the most efficient thing that I've ever done. This is a pack, I'm wanting to say it's called like the Little Bear or something like that. I'm not real sure on that, by Alps Outdoors. It's a pack with nice shoulder straps and good padded belt, really comfortable. A lot of times that's another reason I like a waist pack like this. I just take the buckles, reach around the tree, and clip it around the tree, and I know it's not going to fall out. It's just a quick little security thing. I'll start out here on the belt and work my way to the main pouch. On my left-hand side here, I might add, some of the stuff kind of moves around sometimes throughout the season. I just keep a little face paint in there. I talked about it in the camo video. I'm not a big believer. I don't bank real super hard on a face mask and stuff like that, but I do keep a little face paint on there, especially if I'm hunting on the ground. Sometimes I like to throw just a little bit of face paint on to break up the lines if I feel like I need to. It's kind of a case-by-case scenario. I don't always use it, but sometimes I feel the need to. I just keep it in there. It's about the only option I really go with. And then on the other side, I talked to you about the other option I'm going to be using. These are wind floaters. The thing about these, about floaters, is the wind can change multiple directions in between you and wherever the game is or you think it might be coming from. Just because where you're sitting immediately, the wind might be, seem like it's good with the smoke in a bottle, checking it with a powder. A few hundred yards out, it may not be good at all. And another thing is you can see some thermals a little bit and what thermals are doing whenever you use floaters, and as they get out of distance, you can watch that floater through your binoculars and see what it's doing as it gets out there at distance. I'm going to run the floaters all season this year and see how I like them. I'm thinking that this is going to be the way superior option, but I'll let you guys know how that goes at the end of the season. Moving on now to the outer part of the pack. Now I am showing you guys pretty well for the most part the most that I would carry in this pack within reason. Pull-up ropes, I don't generally carry a pull-up rope because my stand locations are usually preset. Any running and gunning that I do is all on the ground, and then I'm hunting out of tree stands, one-person ladder stands essentially, other than that, and I have pull-up ropes at all those spots already, so I don't carry a pull-up rope with me. The Illusion System Black Rack, I had great success with this last season. This is absolutely, to me, the best option for manufactured rattling solutions out there. My favorite time of year to rattle is that third and last weeks of October. And this last season I rattled in at least 3 deer over 5.5 years old, and 2 of those were the same day with these, and a bunch of other small bucks, but they work very well. I've used the rattling bags, and I've used real antlers, I've used some other manufactured antlers out there, and these, hands down, I've gotten the best response out of. The necessities: striking paper, do not ever go to the woods without it, and a couple Sharpies. In the internal pouch I carry a replacement string and tab, a grunt tube. Again, on the calls, this is the Woodhaven Ninja Intimidator grunt tube. I used this for a couple seasons now to great success, got a great response out of this grunt tube, great volume and tone control. Just the volume control, the sound that I got out of this, that compared to the sounds that I've heard from real deer in the wild, I really like this. This is a good grunt tube, and it's made by Woodhaven, great company, great people, so glad to support them. That's about all that I carry in my main pouch. I actually kind of leave it reserved for other, case-by-case things I may throw in here, maybe a beanie if I think I'm going to need it, or gloves or something. So I kind of run a pretty light, pretty lean on that main pouch. Don't put too much in there. Before I go into the front pouch, I just carry a headlamp, small headlamp with a white light, red light, nothing real fancy there. And then in this front pouch is kind of like my kill kit, I guess you could say. Even if I'm hunting close to home, I still go ahead and carry a mesh game bag with me, because I do keep the heart on some of those, I guess, organs like that, if you would, rather than having to try to throw those inside of here. Whenever I'm in the field dressing process and all that, I just put them into this bag, and I have them with me. I may put the bag inside the carcass or something. Then I carry this little saw. I really like this little bone saw. I used it on several deer already and I like it. This is just a cheap little deal that came, I think, from the farm store. This T-handle little saw like this with a little case. You could wear it on your belt if you wanted to. I don't. And for cutting through the pelvic bone and even cut through legs with this, the leg bones, it works really well. It's just a handy little saw to have, and I keep it there in the front as a part of the kill kit. And then my knife, I've shown you guys my Stroop knife that I carry on my belt all the time anyway, so that's not included in this kit. That's about it. I also have, as I talked about in my last video with medical preparedness, I do carry a tourniquet in here as well, but that I don't have in here until start getting closer to season, and then I throw it in here. So that's pretty well the most of what I will carry on me if I'm hunting close to home or close to the truck. I don't believe in carrying a bunch of maybes, a bunch of comfort items and stuff. I look at it as, you know, you're out there hunting, you're out there trying to outsmart a wild animal that spends its whole life surviving in the woods or in the wilderness. Your priority should be less about comfort, more about getting the job done and staying as light and maneuverable as possible. Anyway, guys, that hopefully helps you out some in making some gear decisions for yourself. You don't have to carry exactly what I have. You do some experimentation. Reflect back on some of your own experience and things that you've noticed from your time in the woods. The things that maybe have been riding the bottom of your backpack for, you know, 3, 4, 5 seasons that you've never even used. That seemed like a good idea. But you just don't use them and they're taking up space. Maybe you need to lose the backpack. Maybe the backpack is just too much. Maybe you need to get a smaller one. Maybe you need to get a bigger one. Maybe a fanny pack. I personally, if I felt like I could get down to the point, which I think I probably could if I worked at it a little bit, get down to the point where I can carry the most of what I need literally on my person and just what I can throw in my pockets, that would be even better, because sometimes I end up bailing out of my stand and hunting on the ground if I see deer ways off and I think I can make a move on them. Or they've been moving away from my stand. I don't have time to make a stand move. I don't get all bent out of shape about having to go hang another set or something like that. I just go hunt them on the ground. And I a lot of times ended up being very successful that way. That's all I got for you guys this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Got a lot of great ideas coming for you guys. A lot of great videos that I've already uploaded. Be sure to go check some of those out and like those. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. There's quite a few more of you come on the channel. Welcome to the Backwoods Hat Nation, and thanks for checking me out, checking out some of my content. I do appreciate it. Stay safe and shoot straight.